Hello, in this video you will learn an interesting communication technique, and you will be able to talk to any girl without shyness. This term signifies the act of initiating a conversation with a girl you've never met before, typically in everyday public settings like a park, a bar, or a bustling street. The magic of cold approach lies in its spontaneity, in its potential to turn a stranger into a connection, a date, or perhaps something more. The goal isn't just to start a conversation, but to build an attraction, to spark an interest that makes her want to know more about you. And if all goes well, you might just end up with her number or a date marked on your calendar. Now, this might sound intimidating, but with the right advice, you're on your way to mastering it. Cold approach is an art, and like any art, it requires practice, confidence, and a dash of creativity. With the right approach and confidence, you can master the art of cold approach. The first step in a cold approach is to be confident and relaxed. Confidence is key, and it's not just about what you say, but also how you say it. A calm demeanor, steady eye contact, and a friendly smile can make a world of difference. Trust me, girls can sense nervousness from a mile away. What you want to project is a vibe that says, hey, I'm comfortable in my own skin. Now let's talk about the opener. The opener is your first impression, your chance to pique her interest. You could go direct, laying out your intentions with a compliment or expression of interest. Or you could take the indirect route, starting with a question or comment about something in the environment. Picture this. Hey, I saw you from across the room and I had to come talk to you. You have an amazing style. That's one way to do it. But remember, the key is relevance and intrigue. Your opener should be situationally appropriate and interesting enough to spark a response. Remember, a good opener is relevant to the situation and interesting enough to warrant a response. Once you've opened the conversation, the next step is to keep it going. This is where your listening skills come into play. You want to use statements and questions that will elicit her opinions, feelings, and experiences. For instance, you might say, "This place has such a unique vibe, don't you think?" This statement not only shares something about you, but it also invites her to share her thoughts. You could also ask her, "What's the most interesting thing you've done this week?" This question is far more engaging than simply asking about her job or where she's from. It offers her a chance to share something exciting or meaningful from her life. Remember, the key here is to build a connection. That means showing genuine interest in what she's saying and responding in a way that shows you're engaged in the conversation. So avoid generic questions and aim for those that spark emotion and interest. Humor and teasing can be a great way to create attraction. Let's dive into this. Imagine you're talking to a girl and the conversation has been going well. Now it's time to add a dash of humor and a sprinkle of teasing. When it comes to humor, it's not about being a stand-up comedian or cracking jokes left and right. It's more about being playful, lighthearted, and showing that you don't take yourself too seriously. You could say something like, "You know, your laugh is infectious. I might catch it if I stick around too long." Teasing is a fun way to create a flirty vibe. It's like a playful nudge that says, "Hey, I'm comfortable around you." For example, if she mentions she's a fantastic cook, you might playfully challenge her, "Oh, really? I bet my grilled cheese could beat your fancy dishes any day." But remember, it's all about the delivery. You want to say these things with a smile in a playful tone. It's crucial to avoid being mean or rude. The goal is not to put her down, but to create a fun, playful dynamic. The goal is to make her smile and laugh, not to offend or hurt her. As the conversation progresses, it's time to escalate both physically and verbally. This shows your interest and intent. Now, don't get me wrong, we're not talking about abrupt or aggressive moves here. Think of it like climbing a ladder, one rung at a time. Start with light touches. A gentle touch on her arm as you emphasize a point, perhaps a casual brush on her shoulder when you laugh. It's subtle, but it's a start. Then, let your words follow suit. Compliment her, not just on how she looks, but also her humor, her intelligence. Say something like, "You have a sparkling wit that's hard to ignore." Express your feelings, but don't overload. A simple, "I'm really enjoying our conversation," will do the trick. Then, when the moment feels right, suggest a date. How about we continue this chat over coffee tomorrow? Remember, you want to make her feel comfortable and excited, not pressured or scared, and that's how you master the cold approach.